How did those 48 teams earn the right to stand on football's biggest stage? It's a question every football fan wants to know. Yet the answer is far more dramatic than most people imagine. Every 4 years, the FIFA World Cup captures the attention of billions. The world's greatest players compete for one trophy. But here's what almost nobody sees. The biggest battle happens long before the tournament even begins. More than 200 national teams start the journey. Only 48 survive. That means most countries are eliminated before a single World Cup match is ever played. And that's where things get fascinating. Why can one of football's biggest nations fail to qualify, while a country making its first ever appearance earns a place on the world's biggest stage? Why do some continents receive more World Cup spots than others? Who decides those numbers? And how can one missed penalty, one late goal, or even a single tiebreaker change the future of an entire nation? This isn't just a qualification process. It's one of the most demanding competitions in world sport. By the time the opening whistle finally blows, every team has already survived a journey that lasted years. Once you understand that journey, every World Cup match becomes far more than just 90 minutes of football. To understand the qualification process, we first need to understand what the FIFA World Cup actually is. The FIFA World Cup is the biggest international football tournament in the world. Instead of clubs like Real Madrid, Manchester City, or Bayern Munich, the tournament is played by national teams. Each team represents an entire country. Players leave their clubs behind and compete for the nation they are eligible to represent. Winning the World Cup isn't just about lifting a trophy, it's about making history. For many players, it's the greatest achievement their career can offer. That's one reason the tournament is held only once every 4 years. The long wait makes every edition feel special. It also gives countries enough time to build new teams, develop young talent, and complete one of the toughest qualification campaigns in sport. Now, here's where many fans get confused. Not every country automatically qualifies for the World Cup. In fact, most of them don't. FIFA, the organization that governs world football, currently has more than 200 member associations. That's more members than the United Nations has countries. Yet only 48 teams can play in the 2026 FIFA World Cup. So how does FIFA decide who gets those places? The answer begins with geography. To make qualification fair and practical, FIFA divides the football world into 6 regional confederations. Think of them as 6 football regions. Europe is represented by UEFA. Africa competes through CAF. Asia is represented by the AFC. North and Central America, along with the Caribbean, compete through CONCACAF. South America is represented by CONMEBOL. And Oceania, which includes countries like New Zealand, is represented by the OFC. Every country plays its qualification matches against teams from its own region. That keeps travel manageable and allows nations to compete against opponents with similar qualification pathways. Not every region receives the same number of World Cup places. Some regions have many more strong national teams than others. Others have fewer countries competing. So FIFA allocates qualification spots based on several factors, including the size and competitiveness of each confederation. That means the road to the World Cup isn't identical for every nation. Some countries need to survive long qualifying leagues. Others face high-pressure knockout matches. And for many smaller nations, a single defeat can end a dream that has taken years to build. So if every region follows a different qualification path, how do they all come together to create one World Cup tournament? That's where qualification ends, and the World Cup itself begins. For the 2026 FIFA World Cup, 48 qualified teams are divided into 12 groups of 4. Each team plays the other 3 teams in its group once. That means every nation is guaranteed at least 3 matches. After each game, points are awarded. A win earns 3 points. A draw earns 1 point. A loss earns none. When all 3 matches have been played, the teams are ranked by their total points. If 2 or more teams finish level on points, FIFA uses official tiebreakers. Goal difference comes first. That's the number of goals a team scores minus the goals it concedes. If teams are still level, the next tiebreaker is goals scored. If they're still tied after that, FIFA applies additional official criteria to separate them. But here's where the tournament becomes even more intense. The top 2 teams from every group automatically reach the knockout stage. They are joined by the 8 best third-place teams, creating a round of 32. From that moment on, there are no second chances. Lose once, and you're going home. Win, and you move one step closer to becoming world champion. The knockout stage begins with the round of 32. The winners advance to the round of 16. Then come the quarterfinals. After that, the semifinals. The two losing semifinalists play one final match to decide third place. And the two winners meet in the World Cup final. But what happens if a knockout match ends in a draw? Unlike the group stage, the match cannot simply finish level. Instead, the game goes to extra time. That's 2 additional periods of 15 minutes, giving each team one last chance to find a winner. If the score is still tied after 120 minutes, the match is decided by a penalty shootout. Each team takes 5 penalties. If the score remains level after those 5 kicks, the shootout continues one penalty at a time until one team scores and the other misses. Some of football's most unforgettable moments have come from penalty shootouts. Italy lifted the World Cup after defeating France on penalties in 2006. Argentina became world champions against France in the dramatic 2022 final after one of the greatest matches the tournament has ever seen. That's what makes the FIFA World Cup so difficult to win. Every opponent is among the best their country has to offer. Every match brings a different style of football. Teams must deal with pressure, expectations, long journeys, and the knowledge that one mistake can erase years of hard work. A single goal can inspire a nation. A single save can create a legend. And a single moment can become part of football history forever. The World Cup isn't just another tournament. It's the final destination of a journey that begins years earlier, with hundreds of qualification matches played across 6 continents. Only 48 nations earn the right to be there. Only one lifts the trophy. And that's why the FIFA World Cup remains the greatest prize in world football.